Hi, my name is Brayden, and I like to make games. And let me tell you a little bit of this. Let me tell you a little story, okay, about my whole development experience, game dev experience. So it started in like third grade. I know something happened in fifth grade. That's the only date I wrote down that is on like the childhood cards or whatever. But it probably started around third grade, right? I started, me and my childhood friend, we really liked Pokemon, okay? And we we had a lot of Pokemon cards as well, and we was like, you know, let's try and make our own. So then we started making Pokemon ripoffs. And that's how I started off. Um, so yeah, check these out. Check this out. This is my first card I ever done drew. Mm-hmm. Look at that. It's literally just a ball of fire. And then that was called Mobs. That was like the third grade game. And then went into DNA. That was like what even hold on. Focus up. Focus up. What even is that? What is that thing? That was probably a fourth grade game. And then went into Boom. This is one of my personal favorites. Undead. That game was pretty lit. And then before that, I don't even know what this is. It doesn't even have a back. But I'm pretty sure that was called Picnic. But yeah, throughout the all the grade school years, I just been kept making games. Um and then after Undead, there was this other game that was like straight digital because I was like, dang, this Undead game, this don't have enough colors. Let me add some more colors. And I was like, boom, boom, boom. So like a bunch of more arcs happening for there that had like more in-depth rules, but I never wrote the rules down because who has time to write rules down? I'm like like anyways though, um one day like you notice these are all trading card games, right? Every single one of those was trading card games. And then I was like, one day, it was summer of 23, and I was taking a shower one day. It was like early midsummer, and then I think I just played Uno or something. I don't remember what happened before the shower, but during the shower, I was like, what if I don't really like how luck based Uno is. Okay, what if what if it was a little bit more strategic, a little bit more tactical? And then I was like, what if it was Uno, but you only got rid of three cards specifically, just a certain amount, just a certain number of cards? And then I was like, but you have to be something special to get rid of those cards. And I was like, you gotta be the boss. And that's how the game was made. Um, the game is called The Boss, and that's essentially the premise of it. Is you gotta play three cards to win the game. Um, but yeah, so I low key left that shower, completely different person. I was a new character, full of inspiration. I left that shower immediately. Boom! First card, I drew that thing. Don't ask me where I got the art style from. Don't ask me where I got the character design from. All I know is that my creativity was feeling a little bubbly. So I just vomited all over my iPad, and then boom, I made like the game. Also in that shower, like I made all the foundational rules and like gameplay mechanics. And so basically, in essence, this whole game is a shower thought. So I'm gonna try and show y'all how to play the game very roughly and loosely, but hopefully you guys should be able to get an understanding of it. So yeah, let's transition. All right, so these are like very important cards. So let me try to start this from the jump. So the three cards that I was talking about that you need to play to win the game are these cards right here. It'll generally be set up like all three will be in front of the player like this. And basically, in order to win, you need to play all three of them. And it's in concept, it's that simple. But obviously, it's a little bit more difficult than that to actually play those three cards, which are called stocks. And the cards themselves don't do anything other than get you closer to winning. So how do you play those stocks? Well, in order to play those stocks, you have to be the boss. So there's 3 different statuses you can possibly be. There's the boss, alive, and dead. And you can probably figure that dead is the weakest one. Alive is like moderately strong, and then the boss is obviously the strongest one. So it's kind of like King of the Hill in a way, because at least right now, any number of players can be alive and any number of players can be dead, but only one player in the game can be the boss. So that's what the game revolves around. So I guess that would bring up another question. How does one become the boss? How does one become dead? How does one become alive? So it's all in the cards. It is all in the cards. So as you can, I'm about to show you some cards, very simple. Everybody's going to start off alive. So this is an alive card. So let me explain that too, actually. These statuses are also very important because these statuses determine what cards you can play. So if you're dead, you can only play dead cards. If you're alive, you can only play alive cards. And if you're the boss, you can only play the boss cards. They are color-coded in a sense, but you can also tell, even on stock cards, you can tell by just looking at the top what status it is. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Focus, please. Can you see that? I hope you can. So yeah, here's a dead card, for example. Everything happens in the game through the cards. So this, say if someone kills you by using assassination, which is an alive card. So you can only use this card if you're alive. So now someone kills you and now you're dead. Then you need to use this dead card to become alive again. So, yeah, and like I said before, all the cards kind of scale based on their status. So here's an example of a dead card. You draw 2 cards, and this is an example of an alive card where you draw 3 cards. So this is a direct comparison to show that dead is weaker than alive. And then another example is that this is an alive card, and then this only kills one person. This is a boss card that kills everybody. So that's just another example of how the strength works. There's also some other different cards, like this is how you become the boss, or one of the, at least probably the only card that's gonna make you let you become boss. But yeah, everything happens to the cards. And then there's also just stuff just taken straight from Uno. This is just like just a basic skip card. So there's like a whole bunch of cards in the game. There might be like around 20 different types of cards now. But yeah, everything happens through the statuses and everything happens through the cards. So I'm gonna try and transition to like a demo to really show and visualize what the game is gonna look like actually. So yeah, let's transition again. All right, we back. So this is a more accurate display of what the game is actually gonna look like. So let's just assume that we have 3 players. So each little format right here represents a player. So as you can see, and this is like also, oh, I just hit the camera. This is also like represents the start of the game too. So 3 stocks are all face up and everybody starts off as alive. So let's say I go first. This is how basic turn order currently goes, which this shouldn't change in development, but it might, who knows. But in essence, you draw 1 card and then you play 1 card. So let's look at the options that we have. Oh shoot. And then, so this is not like Uno. You actually want to have a lot of cards. So, okay, hand's not that bad. But if this was like an actual game, I'd probably play this card right here. But since, for demonstration purposes, I'm just gonna play Assassination. So I played that card, and I'm gonna say, you. So this card could target anybody. So I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill this guy. And so now he has to be dead. So now you you take one card, you draw one card, you play one card. So that's my turn. My turn is done. Um, so yeah, now let's just pick up this guy's hand, and this guy's hand is absolutely garbage. So he could choose to play in game. You would probably never do this, um, unless you're doing it for trolls and giggles. But let's just say I'm dead, so I'm gonna play my dead card, and I'm just gonna skip this guy. I'm gonna skip him. So I'll play that down, and then did I even draw? Let's just assume that I drew. Uh, and then so he gets skips, and now it's my turn again. So for the sake of speeding things up, I'm going to search the deck for a promotion. And then so he got skipped, so now it's my turn again, and I have a promotion card, so I'm going to use that, and now I am the boss. And now he's dead, and he's going to do this absolutely mind-bogglingly dumb play of skipping the next dude again. So now he gets skipped, so now I'm the boss again, and now I can use one of my turns to draw and then also play a stock. So now I'm 1 point closer to winning. So that's typically how the main gameplay loop goes. So yeah, I've had a lot of fun working on this game so far, but it does have its problems right now. But that's why the game's not done yet. So right now the problems is it takes a really long time to complete a game. I want it to have kind of match like Uno in the time to be like 15 minutes or like 20 minutes, maybe be a little bit longer because it's a bit more strategic and a bit more thought involved, but that's the goal. So right now, yes, Uno is Uno. That's this framework game. This is what kind of study for like time and player numbers and stuff like that. But also trying to take inspiration from other games. I'm looking into Exploding Kittens right now, and especially with regards to the Nope card, which I find like really interesting, and trying to incorporate that card into my game, to help the boss out, and not have the boss be like a sitting duck. But in essence, yeah, that's the game. In development, there's probably going to be more cards. There's probably going to be rule changes, and stuff like that, and slightly improvements to the art as well. But yeah, that is my card game, and I hope you I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys will or the viewer, I guess, will stick around to watch the game grow. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much.